GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Gain of 20.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
5.
Opening carry in the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Foles. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Foles with a completion there, and he, of course, the starting quarterback on opening day for Jacksonville a season ago, wound up hurting his shoulder in that game and making only 4 starts last season, all losses. He was then traded to Chicago for a 4th-round pick back in March.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Now Foles. It's caught on the right by Robinson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A play fake to Montgomery, now Foles.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jaguars.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Khalil Mack.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
It's a game.
A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
That's 6 yards. And that's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him, really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the gun is Luton. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Logan.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Foles.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Complete to Darnell.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Bears 13. Jaguars nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Luton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Eifert has it. We're going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Play fake, and here's Luton.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Santos set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard. Line. They run. Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Roosevelt Nix. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Makes the score Bears 23, Jaguars nothing. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Looking long for Westbrook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears add on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Bears 30, Jaguars nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers to
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Bears 30, Jaguars nothing.
Now Glennon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Glennon. Escape Glennon. Hit. He loses the football. It's out. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st down. It's Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jaguars.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was brought down.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to the right. Seifert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
on 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. He's for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
59. 70 range. 70 range. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try here. He's back to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
by the big. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.